more along your lines of work, a couple of cornerback commits in the last month and a punter. So love to get your rundown on those guys.
Yeah, so we were kind of joking, me and my coworker Brian Peroni, on after the spring game, because we kept getting asked, are there going to be any commitments this weekend? Are there going to be any commitments? And the first one to lead off the commitment train was Tyler White, a punter out of South Lake Carroll. Brian and I kind of joked that's what everybody was waiting for. Everybody was waiting for the commitment and coming out of the weekend. But it's a good pickup for A&M. He can really boom. He's one of the top punters in the country in this year's class. So they got him on a visit, and he decided to go ahead and commit right then and there. Over Texas was another school pursuing him, so they didn't really want to wait and potentially miss out on him. And then a day later, A&M picked up a commit from Bravion Rogers, and that was a big one because he's a top 100 prospect. And actually, the whole process took about 2 weeks. It was apparently a bit of a dream school for him, and he picked up the offer, made visits on back-to-back weekends, and then ended up committing. And that was a big one because Texas was another school in the mix there. There were Alabama had offered, Arkansas, Georgia, Baylor. I mean, his offer list was pretty significant. And one of the things I think that stood out with him is, even though he hadn't picked up the A&M offer yet, he was willing to camp and come to camp this summer to earn an offer. And I think that was really telling for a kid that frankly doesn't need to camp. He's the number 7 cornerback in the country. I don't think he had a lot left to prove, but was gonna come to camp anyway. And I think that just showed, his real interest that he had. But a guy that has great athleticism, I think they'll try to get the ball in his hands and in a number of different ways, potentially on special teams. Dude, even could give him a look on the offensive side of the ball, depending on how the cornerback board kind of looks at the end of signing day. And then a day later also added Jayvon Thomas. So I had 3 commitments in 3 days coming out of the spring game. Jayvon Thomas is the kid out of South Oak Cliff, and South Oak Cliff obviously is coming off a state championship here in Texas, which was huge news. And Jayvon Thomas is a kid that, again, really versatile, can play on special teams, had offers from Texas, LSU, just picked up an offer from Alabama after he committed to A&M. So another guy that was really coveted. And he went on a visit to LSU and kind of knew coming out of that visit that A&M was the school for him, and felt like the right spot. And so he went ahead and decided as well. And